Hi guys, this is I'm Stuck, and today we will be starting our new series of the Cold War. Now in this series we will look at the Cold War in absolute great depth, looking at big events such as the Cuban Missile Crisis, while also looking at smaller events but equally as important as the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan. I don't know how many videos will be made, but I can say it will be a lot. So today we need to think right back to the start and why did the Cold War actually start? And for me there's two main reasons why the Cold War started. Now obviously you could say there was 100 reasons, but these are the two main reasons. And the first one I think is because of the superpower vacancy left from after when Germany were defeated in World War II. Now you have to remember that the Cold War started right after World War II, so it wasn't a break from fighting, there wasn't a break in between World War II. So when Germany were defeated after the war, it was all between which power would become the new superpower in either Europe or the world. And the two countries vying were the USA and the Soviet Union. These were the countries with the greatest land, the greatest power, and had the economy to be able to support their battle for power. Other countries such as Britain were economically unstable at this time, and many other countries. So it's these two powers which wanted it, and that was one of the reasons for these growing tensions between the two countries. The other reason was because of the ideological differences. Now, this is probably the most important reason and the most fundamental reason of the whole Cold War, the whole intervention of America and Vietnam. All of these big things of fighting in the Third World and all of the American policies and Soviet policies came from the fact that one was capitalist and one was communist. Obviously, USA was the one which was capitalist and the USSR was communist. So to understand this, we have to know the differences between capitalism and communism. And in capitalism, the fundamentals were that every citizen is equal, yet there are also different opportunities for all. And the leading capitalist democracies were the US, and the UK as well were a capitalist democracy. So this system was based on something called free market economies. And this is where the prices were decided on the demand for the products, and there was no interference from the government. Basically, if something is in high demand, the prices may have to go up, but that is not a decision which is made from the government itself. Now, this means that there's further competition between businesses, which will ultimately drive the economy further. Capitalist countries, which is the main one, are also able to decide on who they wanted to lead the country. And that will be from a selection of candidates in elections. So the Prime Minister in Britain is chosen from a democratic vote rather than someone being chosen without consulting the public. So next is communism. And the first communist state was in fact Russia, and that was after the Russian Revolution in 1917. And if you want to know more about the Russian Revolution, watch my video about the Russian Revolution. So Lenin was the leader of this communist state, and he established something called leninism-marxism, which was transformed into a reality rather than a theory. Now, this was just another way of communism, or was communism, but in his own way, because he wanted to see a socialist revolution led by the working class. However, he believed that the workers required strong leadership in the form of a revolutionary party, so he just didn't believe they could do it all by themselves. So when Stalin, who's obviously the person who started at the Cold War, and we'll be talking a lot about Stalin over the next few videos, and when he established himself as the leader of the USSR, he promoted himself to the interpreter of communist ideology. Karl Marx was the man that founded communism, because he actually believed that capitalism was wrong, and he thought that capitalism meant that the proletarians, who are also known as the workers, were exploited from the middle class, who controlled the distribution of the resources. So this meant that in the Cold War, each viewed the other as a threat, and the West and the East, which the West is capitalist, the East is communist, and they saw means to expand and promote their ideologies to other countries, further inducing this tensions which was between the two countries. And tensions is the reason why the Cold War started. The Cold War is a war of tensions rather than direct fighting between the two countries. So thank you for watching this video, and be sure to look out for more Cold War videos coming out. Thank you, and see you soon. Bye.